Hello and welcome to the Ninqueso Exploring Japan channel, where at the moment, I'm just kind of exploring it from my sofa because, you know, I'm not there. But anyway, today I'm going to be taking a look at 10 of the unique animals that you can only find in Japan, because beside from bears that I've been hearing a lot about in videos that I've been kind of sort of watching in my own time, I don't really know too much about the wildlife over there. Now, apparently these are just going to be like unique animals, so it's not going to be like bunny rabbits and things that you can find everywhere. It's going to be like those exclusive, elusive animals that I've probably never even seen before. So let us dive in and have a look at what animals are out there, and more importantly, if any of them are going to kill me, because I don't like that sort of animal. Right, here we go.
Unusual
what is
animals
an
only
animal?
found in Japan.
Unusual
Number
ones
10,
as well.
Sado shrew. The Sado shrew is an endemic animal. That means that you can only find it in Japan.
Really cute.
Specifically, you can only find it on the Sado Islands.
I'm going to imagine it's quite hard to find if I know anything of shrews. They're not exactly big. I have seen a shrew in this country. My cat was being really naughty, but I rescued it and it scuttled away. So hopefully it's living a happy life. Probably not now because it was a number of years ago.
While it's technically considered to be a subspecies of the Shinto shrew, many scholars consider it to be its own animal. This tiny little animal is a type of long-clawed shrew. It catches and eats fish, though you might not guess such a thing just by looking at it. They live along the beds of streams and other small flowing bodies of water.
It looks
the Sado
tiny.
shrew only grows to be 4 inches long. That
Okay,
means
it's pretty
they
big
can easily fit
for a
in
shrew.
the palm of your hand.
Big
Sado
for a
Island
shrew.
is one of Japan's largest islands. Between the
look
size
at
and the
them.
remote location of
Their
the island,
eyes are tight. Look at their eyes. I can't really
creature-
see it, but look at their eyes. They're just little bin bricks. I'm guessing they can't see too well. They rely on their snuffly noses.
like the Sado shrew a better chance at survival.
It's a very unfortunate name, the way he's saying it. Sado shrew. Isn't it Sodu? I would have thought Sado. Sado shrew. Sado. Just makes it sound like it's a miserable, unhappy shrew.
Their biggest threat is the introduction of feral cats into the area, a problem that plagues many of Japan's otherwise remote islands.
As
Number
much
9.
as I love cats, they are very, very naughty nuggets when it comes to wildlife. And we're back to the same island. Now we've got a sad mole as well.
Sado mole. Another
at
animal
those
endemic to the
feet.
Sado Islands of Japan is the Sado mole. This mole is sometimes referred to as Tokudo's mole. It's facing a high risk of extinction in the wild,
look at it
despite the
trying to
low numbers, or some
Look
say.
at it on its belly. Its feet don't work. Oh, bless it. The one thing I know about moles is their fur strokes just goes like, you can, like, do you know, like when you get a cat or a dog and you stroke it, you can only really stroke it one way to go with the fur. But I do know that moles, their fur goes both ways, so they can scuttle about in their tunnels.
Because of them, not much is known about this species of mole. They live in groups called labours and raise their pups together.
They're so
Like other
strange,
moles, the
those
Sado
front
mole is
paws.
technically
They're just up here, so they can burrow, but on the surface they're just like, "Arr."
blind. It uses long whisker-like nodules on the front of its face to tell its surroundings apart, and its
little
large
baby
shovel-shaped
ones.
hands to dig and burrow through the dirt. Their fur has a velvety texture that's almost never found in surface animal pelts, which makes it easier for the moles to move underground.
See, said
Surprisingly
that.
enough, they're carnivorous. They eat
It's not surprising, all moles are. You know, they eat like worms and bugs and beetles and things.
earthworms and other small invertebrates.
See?
Number 8, Japanese macaque. The
Okay.
Japanese macaque is one of the most
I
well-known
like the way they're in the hot tub. It's my kind of animal. I'm just going to sit in the hot tub.
animals from the region. They're known as the snow monkey and are considered to be an old world monkey species.
Bless
These animals
them.
live in regions where snow blankets the earth for months at a
Hence
time.
why
something
they
that
like a
no
hot
other
tub now and
non-human
again.
primate does. Their brown-gray fur only makes the pink of their face
Look at them. Just like, I ain't getting out of here. It's too cold out there.
They stand out that much more, and against the frigid backdrop
I have seen
of
these
their
monkeys
homelands.
before.
The Japanese macaque casts a striking and
I'm not sure if
at
I've seen
times
him in
a
real
haunting
life in a
image.
zoo or
Japanese
somewhere.
macaques are excellent swimmers. Females stay in their birth group for life, while males will leave once they hit sexual maturity in search of their own group. They are incredibly social animals. The females of the group will collectively work together to raise their young. They have no major threats, but oddly enough, they're considered to be a threat to the livestock of farmers, and some 10,000 Japanese macaques are killed as a result every year. Number 7, Anami rabbit. Despite its rather
Looks a bit
common
more like a
appearance,
hare.
the Anami rabbit has 3 names. Anami, of course, is the official name, but it's also known as Anami kuro usagi and the Ryukyu rabbit. This species is endemic to Anami.
It's got really short ears. It's got like a really long face and little stubby ears.
Oshima and
Bless them.
Tokunoshima, 2 small islands between southern Kyushu and Okinawa. It's often called a living fossil and is a direct relative to a species of now extinct ancient rabbits from the Japanese mainland. These species of rabbit is considered to be a Japanese national treasure, and yet the introduction of the mongoose to its habitat still has its numbers dropping. The Anami rabbit has a bit of an odd
I can
appearance.
imagine. It's almost like a marsupial kind of look, like a wallaby or something. If I'm thinking of the right animal. I don't really know my Australian animals that well.
Known for having a short, dark fur and exceptionally small ears.
Yeah, they
it
are
also
very,
has a
very
small,
stubby.
stocky body with equally stocky limbs. It's easy to visually tell the Anami rabbit apart from the other native rabbit species
cute,
found
though.
around Japan. Number 6, Ryukyu long-tailed giant rat. Another animal found only in the Ryukyu Islands of Japan.
There's a lot of little animals in this. Does Japan have big animals beside bears?
Japan is the Ryukyu long-tailed
Because we don't have many big animals in the UK, apart from the odd deer.
giant rat. While that name might have you squirming away, the animal in
I like that. Well, fancy rats are nice. You know, the ones that run around outside. Not. I mean, they're all right. They don't bother me, but you know, filth.
question is far cuter than any rats you might find in your backyard. An influx of feral cats in the region, paired with logging in the forest that it calls home, has set their numbers back by a significant amount.
It's
the
those
Yambaru
cats
forest
again.
is a designated
They're
wildlife
pretty devastating to local wildlife cats.
protection area. Not only can you find many of the Ryukyu long-tailed rats in this area, but you can also find roadside signs that warn you about going too fast and remind you that it's a long-tailed rat crossing area. Hey, we're about halfway through the video. If you're still with us, comment Japan down below. Number 5, Eromote cat.
That was some shameless trying to get engagement, wasn't it? If you thought that was shameless attempt to get an engagement, comment down below. Oh, look at the buddy cat.
We've got a trend of
It's like
endemic
a little
animals going
tiger.
in. We're not about to break it
I think
now.
I've seen this
Located
one
only
before.
on the island of Eromote is the Eromote cat. This is a critically endangered leopard
I've seen
cat.
this one before.
It's suspected that there are only around 100 still remaining in the wild. A true shame, because their dusky markings are lovely and found on no other feline in the world. This leopard cat is the size of a domestic house cat, rarely exceeding 10 pounds. A big difference from their 200-pound African cousins, don't you think?
It's
Unlike
cute.
some other species of wild cats, the Eromote cat has no problems getting wet.
Apparently we do have a wild cat up in Scotland here, but obviously that's in Scotland. I've seen one in a zoo before, a Scottish wild cat, and it kind of just looks like a big fat tabby cat just sitting in this cage. I was like, is that really a Scottish wild cat, or did they just go to the local cat rescue and get one?
They can just as often be found climbing trees as they can be spotted swimming
That's
in
what
water.
cats do.
They're most active in the twilight hours
I had a
and
cat who
sleep in
likes
caves
water.
during the bright daytime. Number 4, Japanese dwarf flying squirrel. The
That is so cute.
Japanese dwarf flying squirrel
Look at it.
might be one of the few endemic species on this
Look
list
at
that isn't
it.
also critically
Oh my
endangered.
God.
In fact, these old world flying squirrels are actually a
I
popular
need
pet
a
at the
flying
moment.
squirrel in my
The
life.
membranes attached to their arms allow them to
That's it. I need to move to Japan and live somewhere where I have flying squirrels in the garden. I'll have a cat patio so that my cat can't go out and eat them. But I need flying squirrels in my life. I need to be able to throw like nuts and grains out for them and then just come flying over, grab them and then fly away. I know that's not quite how flying squirrels work. They sort of glide, but imagine they could just launch up from the floor.
Glide from tree to tree, and their small size, only around 8 inches, and large dark eyes make them very cute, a very fun little critter to be around. A full-grown Japanese dwarf flying squirrel can glide for as far as 100 meters at a time. In the wild, their numbers are largest on the Honshu and Kyushu Islands.
That's where I want to move
to. With moss and lichen, which are made in the cavities of pine and spruce trees.
Look at
Number
it.
3, Japanese marten. From a dark cream to a near yellow, the Japanese marten is a stunning creature to look at.
I bet it's got sharp, pointy teeth,
found in valley regions.
Told you. I just said I bet it's got sharp, pointy teeth, and look at it. Sharp, pointy teeth.
Or in large, broad-leaf forests. If there are enough trees around, they've even been known to move into suburban areas. The north of the Hokkaido region and some of the smaller islands are the only areas in Japan where this beautiful marten can't be located. Many of the fleshy fruits in this region rely on the Japanese marten to spread their seed. As some of the local bird and bat populations have decreased as a result of logging, the Japanese marten has carried the spreading of the seed of native fruits through the region.
Well done.
Number 2, Tushishima cat. Another endemic leopard cat is the Tushishima cat. There is no telling how many of these animals still exist in the wild. That's how reclusive they are. In fact, it's only through the location of their droppings and footprints that we're able to tell.
It's just gone up to that guy. How is it friendly?
Well, they still exist at all. As its name implies,
is that
the
a
only
rescue
place
one
it
or
can
something?
be located is on the island of Toshima. They are about the size of a domestic cat, but
that's got to be like a rescue, because there's no way a wild cat is going to be that friendly. My cat isn't that friendly.
a little more slender and have longer legs and better defined webs between their toes. Their heads are usually marked with 2 prominent dark stripes and a small and skinny white muzzle. These small leopard cats have a fuller face than their cousins on Iramote Island. Sadly, it's been thought that they have vanished completely from the southern side of the island as the numbers continue to decline. You're nearly at the end of our video. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed.
Another
that
plug.
way you'll always be notified of our future videos.
If you thought that was another shameless plug, make sure you subscribe to my channel.
Number 1, Misaki horse. Last but certainly not least is the Misaki horse.
I wanted to find out about the bears.
This is one of the 8 native Japanese horse breeds. Like many other Japanese horse breeds, the Second World War decimated the population of this beautiful species, but luckily a few survived and continued living in their native region. Because of this, the species is considered critically endangered and lives as a feral horse in a designated national monument on Cape Toy. It's considered to be a Japanese national treasure. These horses
can't say I like really horses do much for me. I've never been that impressed by them. They're just horses, really. Sorry, I'm a cat person. Meow.
Or rather ponies is more accurate, run wild in the region. Their slender legs might not look like they can support that stocky body, but just wait until you see them gallop. Like many wild horse breeds, there are no
they're not going to show
colors
us them
that
galloping.
The Misaki horse
they're like,
does or
wait till you see him gallop. There's Morse just standing around.
Doesn't come in, although they are most often seen in darker shades of chestnut and bay. Hey, thanks for watching. Want to suggest a video or have some?
Well, those were 10 animals then that you find in Japan. A lot of those I don't think are very common. I think I need to look for a video that goes more of like the most common wildlife that you find in Japan rather than just unique ones, because I'd like to know. And also I do want to find out more about the bears, because I've been watching a few videos of people like trekking around in Japan, and you get like bear warnings and like bells that you're meant to ring to like scare the bears away. So no one's even said what type of bear they are, and I'm too lazy to type into Google what kind of bear it is. So I'm gonna have to do a video on that. But yeah, obviously for me, the cats here. Look, where are they? This little mite there, lovely little animal. The flying squirrels as well. I would love to have someone with flying squirrels in the garden. It'd just be awesome. We've only got normal grey ones around here. Don't even have red ones anymore. Was there anything else that was amazing? Yeah, the monkeys in the hot tubs, that's always quite funny. Just sitting there. I know they're natural hot springs, they're not actually hot tubs. But you know. But yeah, let me know down in the comments which one of those animals you liked. Now I'm doing shameless plugs. But this was a video by Top 10 Daily. So if you did like their video, go over to their channel and hit the like button. If I remember, I normally do eventually. I will put a link down in the description so you can find their video easily, and you can just do what I did. Pop it a like. And if you liked my video, then please go down and hit that like button on my video. And if you'd like to see more of my journey to discover everything Japanese, please make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. But until next time, just be nice to people. Bye.